It is time. I know it's part of the cliche that, you know, crafters can't choose just one craft and keep bouncing around from one craft to the other. Since when did trying new things become a bad thing? You know, I myself have dabbled in quite a few different activities. The one thing I haven't ventured into yet is crochet. I don't want to be on my deathbed someday with my last gasp of air saying, I never tried crochet. In this scenario, I am a very southern old woman. I've done crochet adjacent crafts before. My grandma taught me how to knit when I was like 9. I remember being so excited that I knitted a tube. Very cool. I promptly deleted all of that information from my skull sponge. I messed around with my knitting machine that I found in my basement. Crochet, I have never deep dove. Mainly because I think I knew that if I started, it was going to become my whole personality, and I don't have time for that. But here we are. I've been finding myself partaking of the doom scroll, and I think that I need something to do with my hands. Something that is like kind of therapeutic, and then I can just sit down, make some progress on, put it down, pick it up.
You're getting real full there. Don't you go over the top now. Stop. Stop now.
Ah, lovely. My girl, I love you very much. You're my sleepy woman. So, I thought that this video, we could take that journey together. This 34-year-old, this old dog, teaching herself a new trick. It's kind of hard to figure out how to structure this video, only because I truly and honestly have no idea even how long crochet takes. Might be a lot, might be a little. We're gonna find out together, okay? Problem being, I don't have any of the tools. That's gonna be our first stop, is the craft store, where I can get crochet hooks, a skein of yarn. Crochet terms, baby. She's on her way. My first trip to get the essentials, I am going to pay a visit to the merchant known as Michael. Once I get a little bit more versed in it, I can start visiting like mom and pop yarn stores. For now, let us visit corporate America. I don't know why I made this cup of coffee, because I gotta go. I guess I'm chugging this.
Oh, it's so hot in here. A sweater was a bad choice. Gotta make the switch. I really probably should invest in some prescription sunglasses. For the heckin' sick ones that flip up like that. All right, let's go.
Once I did reach my quest marker, I noticed a problem.
They're all acrylic. In case you don't know how I feel about that.
Polyester!
Yes, I'm pretending to be on the phone, so it doesn't look absolutely nutters that I'm talking to myself. This is cool though. A lot of the yarns have these different little samples so you can see. Fun. Now I just need to find the ones that aren't made of plastic. Polyester. Polyester.
As I sat there silently seething in rage and protruding my neck veins, I finally found one singular end cap that had all cotton. And then this other smaller section that had 60% cotton. 65 schmackaroos later, I really didn't get all that much, and that was kind of what was appealing to me about crochet, is that you didn't need a lot to start. Those minuscule things cost a lot of money. The crochet hooks, tapestry needles, these little place marker pins. I'm still not sure why, but I have them now. So these two colors that are 60% cotton, and then this one that is 100% cotton. One thing I've learned about myself during my time on this earth, if I'm starting a project that I'm like not super confident about, I dilly-dally way longer. There is some dillying and definitely some dallying going on. Just need to sit down and start. Are you ready to unlock this new skill tree in the video game that is life? Before we get started, this video is sponsored, and even if it wasn't sponsored, I would have chosen to do this anyways. Let's head on over to sponsor Rachel. Hi, this week's video is sponsored by Skillshare. Skillshare is a massive online learning platform made by humans to teach other humans. Truly, in this world of doom scrolling and the threat of our computer overlords taking over everything, anything you can think of that you would like to learn, if you have that craft that you've always wanted to unlock and add to your trench coat of collected hobbies, but it's so overwhelming and you don't know where to start, Skillshare is where you need to go. They've got sewing, painting, illustration, video editing, photography. Specifically for me, obviously, I want to learn how to do crochet. So what I did, I literally just searched crochet and I chose these two classes. We've got Modern Crochet Essential Skills for Getting Started by Tony Lipsey, and then I also deep dived into The Most Complete Crochet Course for Beginners by Emily Bolduc. Being able to pop these on while I'm just hanging out on the couch or making my coffee in the morning. The one by Emily is 5 hours long, broken up lesson by lesson. Some of the lessons you can see people's pictures from the different projects you can do. Feels like a really wholesome community of just people trying to learn all at the same time, and I think that's quite special. So yes, that is Skillshare. If you want to learn a new skill but you don't know where to start from the beginning, go to Skillshare, search it up. I highly recommend. And just for you, the first 500 people to use the link in my description or this QR code will get 1 month free of Skillshare. Thank you so much, Skillshare, for sponsoring this video, and without further ado, I think we should start this journey. Wilt thou accompany me? Right, let's lock in. Got my yarn, little safety pins, hook, little scissors, decaf coffee. I'm trying to cut down a little. I was having probably 600 milligrams a day. All right, I don't know what it is about my monkey brain. I truly love learning a new skill. Like, it's so exciting to me. What I think I'm gonna do, I need to start with a slip knot. Do I remember how to do that? No. Shing.
Bring it forward to make an X. Wrap it around your finger and bring it over the front loop, and there you have your slip knot.
Oh! Did you see me do that? I made this already too tight. How did I do that? We're off to a good start. Here is good. Okay. Press the hook under the yarn.
Head facing you. Thread is a little tighter on my index.
She's a crochet master. Okay, so I just keep doing this for the starting chain. Under, over, pull through. Oh, you're doing it, Peter. I think this is way too loose. I'm gonna be tired at the end of today. This brain power that this is taking, this is probably so unsatisfying. Wait, I already forget how she told me to do that. Under. Oh no, how did I do this 5 seconds ago? Oh, I did so good. Now I forget how to hold it.
You will always hold what you're doing.
Look at that. That's pretty cool. Now what? And so I'm gonna go like this in there. Bring it through this one, under the yarn. 2 loops. Come on. Let me try that again. Over here. Swap. And again. We're just gonna keep going. Forgive me, a lot of this video is just gonna be muttering to myself. What are you stuck on? Hello? I'm so shaky. Why am I so nervous? Oh, it got really dark in here, huh? My bad. I was so focused. The first loop. Pull through again, 2 loops. Do the loop and pull. And your shoes are looking cool. Behold. I'm not sure what happened here. Actually, I am sure what happened here. I was going for a rectangle. This is how I started. As I went on, I think I just skipping chains like at the end. And I think that's called like decreasing. And then you can see I tried to overcompensate and add more stitches back in. So we've got this like weird, squangly, uneven knot rectangle. This might be what those clips are for. Put them on the last stitch of each row, and then somehow that's gonna help you. I'm going to attempt this again. Same size as this, but I want an even rectangle. Slight pause to hear how Pip did at the dog park that day.
That was so much fun. She like finds one dog she likes and then plays.
Yeah, I know, so too.
Part of the problem I was having was my tension was just way too tight, which is not surprising in the least because I white knuckle my way through life, relaxing creative outlets included.
Ta-da! Almost a rectangle. I don't know what happened here. Great, beautiful, angular, and then this side. Amorphous as hell. Attempt number 1. Attempt number 2. I think what happened is I lost count and I started adding way more stitches here than I needed to. Okay, one more. We have a rectangle. This was 10 rows, so was this. Or at least I thought. I don't know why this is so much longer. I was very tense that entire time, so I'm assuming it's because this is just tighter. What I need to do now, weave in these strands, taking a tapestry needle and weave it. Okay, that's probably fine. My eyes are so dry. I think maybe I don't blink at all when I'm working on this stuff. Since it's like very warped, I'm going to do a little trick called blocking. To do this, you're gonna flay your little creation out like a medieval torture victim. Smack it with some steam. And then once you remove all the pins, you should have a very nice flat shape. It was that precise moment I knew exactly what I wanted to do with this. Armed with all of my little strands of yarn, I tied them to the ends. Cut those little tassels down to size, fluff them out a bit, and then block them even more. It was ready for its permanent home.
Hello! I spent some time yesterday just sitting on the couch. I did some freestyling. I was just trying to get like the muscle memory down, learn how to control the tension. I practiced the increases and decreases and just kind of like messing around. I'll show you my masterpiece.
Wow.
Hey, look at that. Pizza slice. The stitches themselves aren't bad. I think we're ready to follow a pattern. If there's anything I'm good at, it's cannonballing into a more advanced project when I only barely understand the basics of how to do something. I've been searching for very beginner patterns on Etsy. It's hard to tell because you can't really see the pattern, obviously, until you buy it. There were some good options. This really cute scarf, like cute leaf, this monstrosity. There's some cute ones that say intermediate and advanced, like this vest that I think is probably gonna haunt me. Shh. Not yet. I'm not ready. This pattern right here for a bandana. I'm a little nervous, mostly because during any project, sewing or otherwise that comes with instructions or a pattern, generally that's the first thing that I huck out of sight, which I think boils down to my fundamental problem with authority, which is why I'm a YouTuber. So I bought it. I should be able to download the file to begin. CH5SL into the first CH to make a circle, CH4 DC3 into the circle, CH3 DC3. Was this a mistake? Here's the thing. I don't want to do that. I really don't. What I'm going to do instead is completely freeball it. And I'm going to do sort of what I did for this, but better. Grabbing this, sleep. You know, in my head, this seemed like a really good idea for a video. You're watching someone learn something and figure it out as they go along, but the more longer I'm filming this, the more I'm wondering, is this not a great format? Do I start triangle down? Probably not point up. But I guess that begs the question, what would the chain like that on be? What would the chain on that, what would the chain on that be? Whatever. This, 3, 5, 3, 6. I should probably do chain 50. How do people keep track of this? 1, 2, if we're gonna be here a while. 50, chain 50.
So it begins.
I find this is much like going downstairs. It kind of eventually becomes like a little instinctual until you start thinking about what you're doing, and then all of a sudden you've never gone downstairs in your entire life. Is this a common experience or is that just me? Gradually, I will decrease the amounts of loops per row, and that should give me a taper. I feel like I've seen people who learned how to crochet and then within like a few days they had these magnificent creations. How? This is taking me so long.
After accepting that I wasn't immediately proficient and speedy the first time trying a craft, I just kept going and going and going with this single crochet. I did find, I guess non-surprisingly, that the more I did this, the more comfortable I was getting. One of the common problems I was finding myself getting into was having too many loops on the needle at one time. Most of the time this was because I forgot to pull through a second time. But the nice thing about crochet is that you just pull a little and then it kind of like rewinds you in time and you can fix your mistakes super easily. Finally, after decreasing and decreasing each row, I came up with this little triangle shape. After this, off camera, I added just long chain stitches for the straps, and I did end up adding a border, stopping only to sass my daughter.
Excuse me? Missy?
With everything assembled and a gentle flaying, I was able to make it much more flat and a little bit less scrungly.
Good morning. What, you already leaving me? Why'd you leave? On this gloomy day, I thought maybe we could do one more little project. I still have that orange yarn that I haven't used yet. Make like little leaves, autumn leaves specifically. Use a pattern. Ha! Someday crochet patterns won't be gobbledygook to me, but for now, I'm just gonna wing it. I don't understand much beyond the single crochet, but I think we can do this with just that. Here's what I'm cooking up. The base chain, and then work up from there, different heights, and then I'll flip it over, do the other side, so that the thread kind of converge in the middle to create like that leaf spine. And if it doesn't work, we will have a hearty guffaw together. I'm gonna make a few of these, hopefully. We'll see how long one takes me. Make something out of that, maybe like a garland, hanging mobile. Before we do that though, an important update, which is one of my favorite yearly occurrences ever. Our lilac bush is blooming and it makes me so freaking happy. I love you. Oh yeah. I just walk out of my house and I can smell them wafting in the breeze, and the amount of serotonin that it gives me, absolutely unreal. Oh, it smells so good. Anyways, this bumblebee's really mad at me right now. He's like, step off. Sorry. Slip stitch, probably yay big. I've got my chain. I'm gonna try to build up after I look up what an autumn leaf looks like. Leave it there and start building up this way. Do a combination of chain stitches to build up height and then crocheting back down on itself. Just adding stitches to where I feel like it needs to be bulked up to make the shape. I'm gonna undo that. So going back down this leaf.
Start playing with Tippy.
Tippy.
Eventually I ended up with a shape like this, which when I flipped over and tried my best to keep symmetrical, looked like this. Then it was time to repeat the process. It was almost instantaneous starting the second leaf that I felt that crafter's inevitability of, I don't want to be doing this anymore. Which I think is pretty apparent when you look at the quality of each leaf going forward.
What is that?
Coffee break because these leaves are driving me quite mad. Listen to me right now. If you are a crocheter, whether it's casually or as your job, come here. You're astounding. And I love you. Okay. I've got 4 leaves done. Wait, how many do I have done? 1, 2, 3. 5 leaves done. I'll probably do one more so that the colors are even, but I need to rest my weary phalanges because they hurt. They hurt real bad. And so, coffee break. But also, I got a new package, which leads me into my new obsession. Wake up, babe, new claw clip just shipped. What is this, a claw clip for ants? This is not the size that I thought this was gonna be. Much like obeying any form of instruction, I have a really hard time paying attention to product specifications on websites, and I have a big eyesore that is proof of that. Let me show you right now. So a few months ago, I was on Sniff's website for a new candle. Saw this one that was cookie flavored and I thought, hell yeah. So I bought it, just thinking, you know, it had an ounce size, but I don't know what the hecky that means. And so it got delivered, much to my dismay. It smells really good though. I am almost done with it. My new obsession, claw clips. Look how easy! Just like that, I can be an art teacher, or Miss Frizzle, or Miss Hannigan. That's all I really want. Yeah, I may have gone on a claw clip bender on Etsy the other day. It's a whole community that I didn't know about. I'd like to show you some of my favorites. Starting off pretty strong, cheese clip. Don't worry, they've got something for everyone. Pickle clip. King Kong on a skyscraper. This absolute icon. Whatever this is, I was tempted. Should I get this one? I think I should get this one. And last but not least, one of my favorites, a little fridge ciggy. I can do like a sort of messy Edwardian style, but I don't have to go through 67,000 bobby pins. I had like a 27-year gap of just forgetting that claw clips exist until I finally got one, and now my life has changed. It's the only thing stopping me from chopping all my hair off into a French bob. I should probably get back to making the last leaf. I don't want to. Okay. One more. Right, we did it. Consider the crochet skill tree unlocked in this old noggin. Yeah, I'm keeping this short and sweet because, you know, there's really no use picking apart or doing like a full wrap up. I'm quite happy with everything I made. I am totally gonna wear this all the time. The shape is a little weird and it's a little stiff, but that's okay. I don't mind it. I keep looking at these things, holding them betwixt my hands and thinking, I made that. I made that. It may not be as impressive as some other people making full, I don't know, full vests or full sweaters, but nevertheless, my two human hands made this little thing. My thoughts on crochet, I don't know that it's gonna be a craft that I turn to. The idea of following a pattern makes me want to rage. I think I kind of understand like the language a little bit more now and the abbreviations. I kind of really enjoy just like freestyling. The problem is, I guess, that there's not much that you can do with that. I'm such an instant gratification person that I think this process is a little too long for me. My sateen project with the thousands and thousands of glass beading, I really enjoyed every single second of that, as tedious as it was. But this, I don't know what the difference is, but when I was working on those leaves, I was so done with it. So don't know if crochet's for me. The important part is that I know how to do it now, so if I want to pick it up, I can. And that's what this was all about. Also, I think to break down like how intimidating and complicated crochet looks, once you actually start doing it, it's quite simple. It just looks way more complicated than it is. At least the single crochet. If you are proficient, I salute you because whoo-wee! At the end of the day, struggling through a new craft is such a uniquely human experience. And in this world of computers, it's quite nice to like do something tactical, you know? Once again, thank you so much Skillshare for sponsoring this video. The first 500 people to click the link in the description or use this handy dandy QR code get 1 month of Skillshare for free. I love you so very much, whether you're new or old to this channel. If you're new here and you feel like sticking around, feel free to subscribe. I upload every other Friday. And we have fun here. And I will see you in my next video. Bye! Don't they know that Mama has to film the content to bring home the bacon? Causing distractions. Ooh, ah. Kong on a skyscraper. King Kong on a skyscraper. So, okay.